Hey, welcome to MegoxCast. I am your host, John, joined by
Adrian.
yes. For this episode, today we will talk about photos, videos, and modeling. So, Adrian, talk a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, um, I like to do modeling and some fashion inspiration based on my style, which is a mix of like hyper feminine, uh, and like I guess like a style called coquette. It's more of like a Tumblr esque style.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember those days? Tumblr.
Yeah, those days Tumblr. Oh my gosh, bro. That thing is so old. I was gonna say, for our audience, it's just gonna be a little bit different for this episode, different vibe, different definitely different structure. I think there'll be less time codes than usual. So we'll be talking more for certain topics. So, just get ready for that. All right. So let's just hop right into, the empathetic side of what you do, So what is, modeling to you? Like what is this, to you? Like, what you do?
For me, it's definitely uh, majorly it's like a confidence boost. If you feel like ugly that day, it's like make yourself be pretty for something. Instead of going out on a date night, just take some nice photos of you. And
Yeah. All right. I get to what you're saying. Why would someone do this? You would say.
I think definitely um because you can also show your creativity side in a very positive light because I don't know, for me personally, I haven't gotten like that much backlash
Hmm.
until around the time I turned 18. A little
Hmm.
more complicated then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get
Uh,
you.
because with some feminist women, they are like, oh, you know,
Hmm.
they don't quite understand sometimes um where you going from becoming an adult, you want to be more open, expressive about you becoming this, mature body, and you want to show it off because you worked so hard for it, and you're the age where it's appropriate. And I think some people were a little like confused about that, but I think that's just a lot of people didn't grow up with, like for example, Tumblr, girls posting fashion inspiration on there, you know.
Hmm.
Some people think it's objectifying, but I think it empowers me too. And I've gotten, hate comments from men about my body. I used to take medication that made my body smaller, and
Hmm.
I I weighed maybe like 110 pounds in high school. It was a very small person. So I got a lot of mixed reaction. But, you gotta find your audience, and once you do, it's truly empowering because you go from having these mixed reactions about your body, like, oh, I'm happy I'm skinny, but oh, I'm not like these thick beautiful women. So it's like you get those mix, especially on the internet. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess you already went into how people treat you. So if you could, what would you like change about like what you do and like or just how like the this whole thing operates, Like what would you change?
Oh, could you repeat that?
Yeah, so if you could if you could change something, about the business or what you do or what like just how everything operates, what would you change? You know?
If I had like the powers of the internet and I could like
I,
change numbers and shit,
I mean
I'd
that,
probably make
but
it what?
I mean that too, but I was just saying I guess just how I guess how yeah, how the algorithms work or just how people you know,
Yeah.
advertise it,
Um, yeah, I would definitely keep it at a like I would make it so people would be more respectful to me, my work, but I would also want to make sure, and I do make sure that I get my content out to um the right people. Um it may be hashtags, it might be just, words, you know,
Yeah.
cute words. And that always does well for me. Um, I would definitely also help people realize about like body images if I had like superpowers. Because you know, when people see women, they want to see them in like a certain light. They're like, I want big boobs and like skinny waist and like thick thighs and all that. But from someone who's has been underweight for most of their life, you're not gonna get that particular woman um most of the time.
Mhm.
um because usually women like that they need surgery. But
Yeah.
for me, always been underweight, so it was like I never developed that type of body, which is fine. I love who I am, and I don't care. One guy makes a stupid comment, 100 plus people, are gonna make it more positive for me. So it always outweighs itself.
Yeah. I get you. So what you're saying is when it comes to like beauty, like you like natural beauty and not like, this artificial type stuff, would you say? Like,
Oh
what you're born with, what you got?
yes, yeah, absolutely. Cause and you see these other models, these they don't, they may be overweight and they got large numbers, you know? They
Mhm.
may be, even skinnier than me and, on huge numbers. It's because they're showing their creativity. They're showing their personality through, what they would call art. Because their
Mhm.
body is art to them.
Yeah.
They could spray paint themselves naked, you know? Uh, And, tons of people are like, "This is beautiful." And it also makes them horny.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
some good sides.
Oh, definitely. Um Okay. I think this is a good transition into the financial aspect. So,
Oh, sure.
I'll try to keep this very simple. Or just not overcomplicate things for the audience and you. So, um, do you
Okay.
get taxed, and how does that work?
I do
But
not get taxed. I do pay taxes.
mm,
Don't worry, I do. My
okay.
yearly taxes, I do pay that.
All right.
But no, how like the system works is like so there's two ways to make sales. So there's through a payment app such as like through like so first is like DMs. You tell them, oh, I'm gonna pay you through this app, and then this is what I want, and what are your prices? I give the prices, and they'll send it through the app, such as like Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, those type of apps.
Mm-hmm.
And those go for a lot. People are, willing to pay extra instead of paying for a subscription.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Um, I was also gonna ask you, which payment, one of those apps, like which one do you prefer?
Oh, I like Venmo because it's easier for me
Venmo.
personally. And
Hmm.
Cash App. I've used Cash App for years, so
Yeah.
that one has definitely been good to me.
Okay.
Um, but through my like subscription, like if I want to cash out like a certain amount of money, yeah, I do have to pay the app. Like a
Hmm.
small like fee, like $5 for like a couple hundred or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Um, but if it's like you know, um, like right now the site I use, if it's like more than like 200, I don't have to pay any fees.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Well, that's good. You don't have to pay any fees. You can
Oh,
just do,
definitely.
you just get what
I
you,
mean,
got.
who wants to pay fees? Who wants to?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
The world would be better without fees.
You want every dollar, that you make. So,
Yeah, exactly. But do you think the income is worth it for you? Like, the amount of money you get? Like, like do you need other opportunities for money, or you think this you could just live off this?
oh, I think definitely at this point, because I'm still like somewhat new on like Twitter. Um, I think definitely at this point, I don't think I can live off of it because right now it's like it's a little more than minimum wage, but it's still like not something I think I could live off of. I think
Mm,
it's good for saving, definitely.
yeah,
So I
I get you.
use that money towards emergency money.
Oh, okay.
hmm
All right.
And
So,
and
but
I also use like that money if like let's say a customer wants a certain outfit and he's gonna
mhm,
pay for that video or that photo, whatever. You know, I'll use that emergency money because I'm gonna make you know more money towards it goes into the work.
yeah.
You know the saying you gotta spend money to make money. There you go.
Yes. I didn't know my listeners would be learning about how to, some economics over there,
Yeah.
financing. Yeah, take notes.
Yep.
But do you think there's a time you'll be able to make a living off of this? Like you were
Maybe.
saying, yeah, you're saying that it's you know, something, you're new to it now, but like later you could be making a good amount where it could be your living, right? Or do you think you would want to do something else as well, or you think it would be cool to just stick with
I
this?
have a I do have a career in mind.
Mm,
That was
what?
like a very surprisingly, uh, a lot of people who do look down upon it, they're like, "Well, do you have a backup plan? Do you have a career? Are you wasting your life?" No. I definitely like I said, it goes into savings, which I would like to use towards school.
Mm,
And that was like a big thing for me about like school. Like I definitely have a career in mind, maybe even a couple of careers, who knows. Uh and so I don't think I could like just live off of it because I do have a career interest.
mhm.
But
Okay.
yeah.
All right. One second. I guess we can yeah, we could go over to, the process, of making these videos. So let me just start off with this. Is there any like pre-production? I don't know if you know what that it's like, before you film, is there any like
Oh,
pre-production you would say to any of this, or is there really not?
oh yeah. There's editing.
Oh, but the editing is post-production. I'm talking about pre-production right here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. I set it up. I make
Hmm.
sure everything's nice and my area is clean. Um,
Yeah.
you know, make sure it's
Yeah.
very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. Do you think your room was kind of designed to look a certain way for, when you record, or do you kind of just like, have it the way it is, for people to,
Oh, no, I
see your
yeah,
personality, I guess?
yeah. No, I move stuff around, but definitely I like to show my personality. Like I'll have like my Hello Kitty stuff out, something.
Mm. Oh, I get you. That's cool. Would you say that people like the Hello Kitty stuff, or do some people not like that, and do you think it like adds to the feel of your production?
Oh, could you repeat that?
Yeah, the Hello Kitty stuff. Do you think it adds to the production of
Oh,
of your
definitely.
videos? In like what way?
Oh yeah,
In
personality. They like
mm,
a lot of guys like the more feminine feel while watching, me.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. Uh, yeah. They expect like a certain vibe from the videos, right? Would you say?
Um, yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess if they see like one manly thing in there, they're gonna go, right?
I wouldn't say that because like I have I live with a single father. Um, and I even like for posts for like Twitter or like Instagram, it's like there's gonna be an Old Spice bottle in the background. I think it's gonna be fine. They know that I have a boyfriend and I don't they don't know that I have a single father, but
Hmm.
they don't just think it's my boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh,
But
okay.
yeah. But anyway, it is mostly about me, about my like style and
Yeah.
what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Do you feel like you kind of have to, in a way, though, like keep a certain look for them, or do you, in some ways,
Oh
not care what they
yeah.
think?
Oh yeah, definitely. You have to have put on this like definitely model mindset where it's like watch what I eat, make sure I exercise, make sure I look good, feel good,
Hmm.
shower before, really be aesthetically pleasing as I can be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask also, like, what's your mindset? Like, we can go now into production. Like, what's your mindset while you're filming? Like, what's your mindset while you're like, doing what you do, and just while you're filming your content?
Definitely get into like a okay, it's got to be this way. The camera needs to be facing this way. Well, okay, is this, you know, zoomed in properly towards this? Can they see more of this, you know?
Hmm.
And then eventually it becomes fun.
Yeah,
I get a little have a little fun with it.
yeah. How do you have fun with it when you you know record? Like you just decide to do certain things, like a little bit of improv, like
No,
I'm guessing you don't plan it too much before you film.
no, because I have requests.
Oh yeah, yeah. So then you kind of go off of that, basically.
Oh, definitely. And
Hmm.
I make sure that yeah.
Yeah.
It
Do you think it stutters your creativity a little bit though when they suggest certain things, or do you not care too
well,
much about that?
not necessarily because, I'm having my fun with it, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad. Because I'm still making my own content as well as doing requests, so
Hmm.
I can still have my creative flow
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you would say you enjoy filming overall.
to the time.
Oh, what'd you say?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Can you get into more of that? Like sometimes you don't like recording, sometimes you do.
Yes, because, I have to make sure, again, I'm aesthetically pleasing as well as the room is,
Hmm.
my setup is, which means like I gotta make sure the lighting is perfect. I gotta make sure like there's, nothing that's going to disturb what I'm doing.
Hmm. Yeah. So you would say there is a little bit of preparation though involved beforehand in the sense that you maybe
Oh,
tell your
definitely, because you gotta make sure like nothing's going to happen, and you gotta make sure
yeah.
like everything is clean.
Hmm.
Everything. Your,
Yeah.
your the room around you and yourself, just everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, does anyone ever suggest that there are certain like it's a certain theme or something like that, so you kind of do have to have a little bit of a change in background, or what? Does anyone
I
ever suggest that or no?
I have not had any requests quite yet. It's more
Hmm.
just it's been pretty just simple, you know. They just,
Yeah.
oh pretty girl, do this for me. It's pretty basic,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yeah, I get you.
If they do, I'm open to it.
Mhm. Cool. Um, I would say we can go into the post production side if you'd like. What's the
Okay.
process for editing your videos?
Well, I make sure like let's say cuz I like to record and just keep it recording even when I'm like just setting up and everything cuz then I could just edit it out and
Yeah.
like make sure I'm getting like the best angles of where it's, yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I
make
get
sure
you.
everything that's captured on camera is is good. We want good stuff.
Hmm. That makes sense. Huh.
Mhm.
Um, what programs do you use for like editing and even recording? Like what do you use?
It's my phone.
Your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel?
My camera is pretty good quality enough that I don't feel the need to spend money on, another camera or anything like that. I did recently buy a ring light though.
Mm,
Yeah.
would you say that benefits the overall experience and performance, or even the look?
Oh, Yeah, definitely. I just recently bought it, so I haven't been able to test it out, but
Mhm.
I think it'll definitely help with pictures and videos.
Yeah, pictures and videos. What would you say is easier to edit, like pictures or videos?
Videos.
Videos.
Uh,
Yeah.
because, you just edit, but with a photo, you have to, like, go into a different app. Like, you have to go download a new app and then, de move this, you know, make this a certain way, just, a little more stressful.
Yeah. I can see why. Yeah, it's there's just a lot of thinking involved when it comes to like, what to use and like how to make it look, because yeah, you're
Oh,
not the other
definitely.
person sometimes, you want to make it look good for them, and sometimes you want to make a decision, you don't know if it will look good for them, but it looks good for you, so that's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And, again, if the person who's making a request, so they're paying, like, extra to make these
Yeah.
requests. Um, so, like, if, they wanna make a slight change, I can, for a couple more minutes, I can do that,
Mm.
you know? I can
Yeah, I get you.
throw that in.
Hmm.
'Cause,
Hmm.
they're paying extra for it, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would you say that you would want to at some point if you get bigger, because we were talking about this, like doing this for a living,
Yeah.
would you want to like improve the production of these things? Would you want to go Hollywood, or what? Or I guess this wouldn't be Hollywood, but you know what I'm saying, like would you want it to be that big, or would you kind of just want it to stay small, independent, that kind of thing?
Oh, definitely. Of course, I would like it to go big, but it's, as far as with, like, uh, yeah, I like, I uh, it would be nice to go big, I guess, but, like, as of right now, I'm pretty comfortable.
Hmm.
'Cause I like not only doing this, but also, like, general, like, working. It keeps me
Yeah.
busy. I like to be busy.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. Hmm. I was gonna also ask, would you recommend certain apps you use or anything like that for creating your content?
Oh, could you repeat that?
Yeah, what apps would you like recommend? For like editing, or even like where to host these things, or like the process of how to like you know share your creativity, I guess.
In the past for me, it was Instagram, but
Hmm.
since their guidelines have changed, definitely Twitter has helped me out.
Yeah, Elon Musk Twitter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It has definitely, uh well, right now, it's like it's like a mix of, like, it'll be like, "Oh, I'm not getting that many views today," but then, like, the next week, it's like, "Well, whoa, okay. This is a lot."
Hmm.
So, it's always changing on the internet.
Yeah. Would you say that's something you got to keep in mind when you upload these videos? Like, the internet, like the internet. But you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have to keep.
For, like for, like definitely if you know, if you want to be big, definitely, uh, find your community. Find,
Mm,
people who have the same like interest or aesthetics as you. Find those people, or if if you're like small enough to do that, definitely I would suggest that.
mhm.
Because it could, especially when they have bigger numbers, they could definitely boost your account,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
that could get you, you know, to do
mhm.
less work.
Yeah. Would you say that you've met like newer people, and you have more people in your life now because of what you do? Like you have different like, people that do the same thing, right? And you have like you have an idea of like, I mean, you just have more friends, right? Or at least acquaintances that do similar things. Maybe not
I
coworkers, but you know what I'm saying?
The internet calls them. They're called mutuals.
Mm,
So,
that's nice.
not friends, but just
Yeah,
people
mutuals.
who follow you, and then from there, their followers will follow you because they see you more. So,
Yeah.
and vice versa with me. And
Yeah. What would you do you
uh,
want to meet? Oh, what's up? Um do you
what?
want to meet okay, do you want to meet you know, do you want to have like more friendships come from this or do you not really want that?
Personally, I don't really want that because I have personally some trust issues,
Mhm.
but in the so um
You okay?
yes, sorry. You can just edit that out.
I don't edit these.
Oh.
Um so you okay? Hey Adrian, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you can continue or do you want to
oh yeah, I
Okay.
stubbed my toe.
You did. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So let me see. But
Can you restate the question?
yeah, I was just saying like do you want to make any like friendships on this,
Oh,
or no? Would you
uh,
rather just have more friends in real life?
no, I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at.
Mhm. That's good.
Mhm.
All right.
Uh, I think I don't like to really mix work with like my social life.
Mhm.
That's just me. I've had like requests from like sugar daddy, like, asking me, "Oh, I'll get you a free dinner," you know, stuff like that. But it's like, I rather just keep it, money only.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really want to extend it into my social life. I just, yeah, just keep it social media only.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a better
Okay.
explanation. Yeah.
Well, that's good, Um Would you say that anyone has helped you in a certain, because you said, the mutual thing. Would you say that one person or certain people have helped you kind of, you know, get bigger on these, apps, or just in,
Yeah,
on social media in general?
definitely.
Hmm.
Cause um yeah, cause when you like repost something or even just post something on your story, you know, and then you got hundreds of people looking at that from someone else, you're gaining in that way. As well as hashtags, you're also getting hundreds of people through that. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. You have anything else to say about, like, the process of making these videos, or just the process of, like, advertising yourself, or anything like that?
I just for advertising myself, I think I definitely just continue just posting,
Mm,
daily.
yeah. Would
You
you
know,
say that
Instagram, and Twitter, sometimes even Snapchat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say Snapchat helps in certain ways, or because that one's more like individual based, I would say. Like, it's kind of like, messages more or less. I mean, there are stories, but I would assume you maybe don't use the story feature on there that as much. You maybe use like the,
Uh,
unless you do. I don't know yet.
yeah. Well, like I said, some people who like private sales rather than like a subscription will like to use
Mm,
Snap.
yeah. Well, yeah,
It's the
because
preferred.
everything goes away, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
let's say some guy has like a girlfriend. He doesn't want knowing that he's paying for this.
Mhm.
That,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Mm, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It,
Um,
it's their money.
exactly. Yeah. Have you ever felt like you did judge certain people that have tried to pay you? Like, of course, like, we're not saying, like, in names or anything, but, like, have you, or do you try to just I mean, of course, it's like
Like
your
I'm
thing,
human.
so
Of course,
yeah.
this person's my dad. I'm gonna be like, yeah, this person's a little silly, but you know, or it'll be fine. Like, okay, I'm not gonna date you, sir.
Yeah, you've gotten some requests for that?
Oh, of course.
Hmm.
I've even had requests for like guys being like, "Oh, I'll pay you like $500 for a night with me," and it's like, no,
Wow.
I'm, yeah, I'm not a prostitute, sir.
Yeah, that a lot of money though they're offering.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah. Would you say that, you can't be bought for certain for your morals in certain ways, in certain situations?
yeah. If there's something I don't want to do, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, would you say that's most of the time they ask for that stuff, or would you say it's only a few times?
It's only been like a few times.
Yeah. I would assume you keep it clear, like what kind of things you're willing to do and not willing to do in the beginning,
Oh
like
yeah,
on a post or
oh
something.
yeah. I have it on my description on
Mm.
my special site.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh
They
no,
definitely make it there.
yeah, I get you. I get what you mean. All
All
right,
right,
that's interesting. We can move on to the social view
all
of
right.
the podcast. So I was gonna ask, like, you were saying recently, you don't like trying to mix your job with their social life, but I do feel like it may, like it may affect it in some ways. Would you say, like, does it ever affect your social life
Keep it separate. Like,
unintentionally?
I've had like maybe a friend at work ask me for my Instagram. I give them my, you know, my public Instagram, like the one that doesn't advertise those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the family friendly one.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I definitely do. I would think I do a good job at keeping it separate.
Oh, okay. Well, how does it make it feel though? When these situations awry, when like you meet someone in real life and they do know what you do, but you didn't want them to know, or do you not really care in that sense?
Recently, I've never had that problem, but in the past, it I wasn't quite sure where to like stand on it. I was like, okay, yeah, like this is just, something I do. Like it's whatever. I don't make a big deal about it. But, if somebody does have, is constantly making a big deal about it, it's like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
that person just shouldn't be in my life then. Cause, like, I'm not gonna stop doing it because one person says they don't like it. Cause they're not paying for it. They're not, they're not the one
Yeah.
making it. So,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they don't even support what you do.
mhm. And
Yeah.
I even had someone who was doing the exact same thing judging me. It's like, it's not your place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your place to say anything about it. You don't do it. You don't
If you're,
know who I am.
if that person's gonna make the content for me, like, girl, go right ahead, but, like, they're not, so they have no place to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually a random question. Have you ever asked for content from anybody like this or no?
Um, I mean, like, I've thought about it in the past, cause there's some very good-looking men, uh, but no, I've never gone for it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what stops you?
Definitely saving my money.
Yeah, you'd say money is very important to you.
Yeah. Especially as someone who wants to go to college, who wants a career.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think money is, important.
Yeah, would you say that this like what you do will affect that stuff in the future, or you think it won't be as much of a problem as some people may think?
I think, once I have, a career that I like, once I want, all these things in my life, at that point, I'll be in the standstill of like, okay, do I want to continue doing this? Is this, you know, good for, you know, good for where I'm at? Cause like, I do wanna have kids, so
Hmm.
I would probably definitely stop doing it, like, when I have kids.
Yeah.
Or, I've
Um.
set a good example for me personally. And I know that there are parents who do make content, which is, that's their business, that they have their own kids.
Mhm.
But I personally don't see myself doing that.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, everyone can do what they want. I respect that. It's actually a good, you know, like that you see that for your kids. But if some people want to keep doing it, even if they have kids, it's they want to do it. But like I can see both sides, so I can
Yeah.
respect it. Um, I was gonna ask. How does this affect your dating life, if it does at all? You said you had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
All right, just
Uh,
for all my audience to know. Oh
yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that was a bad joke, but
Been very supportive.
yeah, he's very supportive.
Yeah.
All right, well that's good.
Yeah, and then there's boundaries set. There's obviously some things he doesn't want to do, and there's some things that I'm open to all of it, but there's just some things he doesn't want to do because it's the internet.
Yeah, he
So,
doesn't want you to do, or he does not want him to do.
oh, him,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
yeah,
it's my business, so I could do whatever I want. But if I want to, let's say, like a customer wants a person, in my video, other than you know something that isn't a person, um, it's like, well, there's got to be like, I have to let that customer know. Well, I can do this, but I can't do these things.
hmm yeah. I know what you mean. You're
Hmm.
definitely considerate of like how your partner feels over whatever the customer wants. And I did realize recently like in this podcast you do put your morals above, or what you believe in over the money that you earn from things. You're not going to be anyone's like like no one's going to be your sugar daddy, stuff like that, right?
I mean, I have. I mean, yeah. Um, and I have had a sugar daddy when I first started.
Mm,
Now he's just a customer. In
yeah,
my view, he's just like everyone else. It
yeah.
still pays really good, but uh, to me, just another customer.
Yeah, is there what's the what would you say you've learned with your experience with that sugar daddy or whatever, just having one?
If you have boundaries, make sure it's clear. Like, because he's asked me, can we meet up? Can we have dinner? Even there's these innocent things. You have to realize you don't know this person. This person is
Hmm
just pretty much just throwing money. So it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
hmm
Because I'm gonna see this person in a different light.
Yeah.
Because they weren't my friend before or anything like that. They were just person, paying for this service. So it's like, yeah, that's
Huh.
just my boundary.
Yeah. Well, you've from what I know, you've had other partners in the past. I was just wondering, you know, have you learned like certain like lessons from like how to keep your relationships and this your work like separate, like you've said, your social life separate too, but like have you learned like have you made mistakes in the past in that regard that people can learn from?
Definitely, if I guess just like a general, just like I guess teen lesson, because I was a teen. Um, it was if someone doesn't want to do something, don't convince them, even with money. The
hmm
it should be about comfort. You should never feel like you have to do it,
hmm
even when you really, really want to.
yeah, yeah, I mean, true love is when the other person feels free and they can go and come back whenever they want, so I
So
get what you're saying. What's up?
I think it's more about equality. I think
Mm,
definitely
yeah, that too.
equal. Not necessarily like feel like free, but because it's a relationship. You're not single, Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a free will. Yes,
Of
you could
course.
say no.
Yes.
Consent is very, very important,
Yes, definitely.
regardless of what it's about, sexual or not. You can always say no.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've proven that with saying no to certain people that want to pay you more money and stuff like that. You know, it's good to be able to just say no and make
yeah,
it clear what your
yeah.
limits
Because
are.
you can always find someone that's willing to, let's say, pay that $500 for something else. A
Yeah.
video, a call, or whatever. You know, where you're not putting yourself into this, dangerous situation.
Yeah. Um okay, we can go on to like how does this like affect your relationship with your family and friends? Like you can obviously, say those two like differently. Like would you say that this affects family and friends differently or the same way or, you know,
Doesn't
like you
like
mentioned you live with your stepdad. I don't know if you want to get too
Oh,
much
no,
into that, but
I don't have a stepdad.
oh, your dad. I don't know why I said stepdad.
Yeah,
That
I
was an
have a
accident.
single father.
Yeah, I meant single father. Yeah, so
It's okay.
yeah, so does this affect your
Oh,
relationship with him in any way, or has it in the past?
no, he's been actually very supportive. He finds it to be, very empowering.
Hmm.
Yeah, he
That's
thinks
good.
that, he thinks, it's women's bodies and men are pigs, and they, if they're willing to pay, it says something about men, some shit like that. But yeah,
Mhm. Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, he's been very
Um.
supportive about it. But definitely with like family, um, definitely keep that separate.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, want to keep that
Yeah,
from
I
family.
do have one family member that does it off and on, but and she knows about it. She's supportive because she's my age, so it's fine.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Hmm.
I think you have went over this before with the friends, but if you wanted to add any more stuff about like how it affects you know your relationship with friends, just
Yeah, it
add
definitely
it
can
in right now.
judgmental,
Hmm.
because, it is me. It's, my personal likes and my personal sexuality.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't necessarily want someone who's, just a friend to be seeing those parts of me. Especially if, those typical interests don't align. It's like, I'm not opening the door to you, I'm opening the door to,
Hmm.
people who are paying for this, people who want to see this. If you
Hmm.
don't want to see it, don't look, but then don't judge.
Yeah. But you would say that, not a lot of friendships have ended because of what you do? Or do you think that has happened in
Yeah.
the past?
No, it has happened in the past.
Oh, okay. What would you
Yeah.
say you've learned from that?
Uh, that I'm gonna keep it definitely separate. Unless, unless that person, maybe has those interests aligned. Like, let's say they want to buy content. If they're
Hmm.
interested in me in that sense, maybe it depends. But luckily I've never been put in that situation. So
Yeah. Okay. Do you think you would see them differently if they did start paying you for content.
Mm,
Like obviously we don't want to like deter people from buying their
It'll
content, but
definitely,
I just want to know like deep down and
yeah, it'll make
you know.
things awkward for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
yeah, you feel like you maybe when you meet different new people or same people, do create that thing where it's like, you know, this is
Well,
what I do.
luckily I'm not a very social person, so
Mm.
I think as of right now it's quite fine.
Um, I guess also we can ask like, does it affect like, you know, from what I know, you don't do this is just a side hustle thing. Like, does it affect other like like job opportunities or no, not really?
Oh, cause if you use a different email, your job won't know about it.
Mhm.
So it's not hard to keep it separate.
Yeah.
Like if you the I think maybe if you did have a social media type of job, I think that would actually affect. But I don't work uh as of right now as a social media person, in
Mhm.
the sense of like a career. So I think it's, quite fine right now.
Yeah. Did you want to go more into like what um like uh jobs you would like potential careers you'd like to go down, because I know you mentioned it but you weren't too specific on it, or would you not like to be specific on that?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to because there's a lot of pharmacies in my area. I'd like to uh do take a pharmacy technician.
Mm.
And um from there I'll that'll definitely like help me. Yeah. Um Definitely open the doors to, careers because, it's something nice to have on your resume.
Hmm. Yeah. I was also gonna ask, is there anything else you wanted to mention about, this topic for this episode, or would you like to, start wrapping things up? Is there anything else you would like to mention? Go into, because we can.
I think definitely like people should have a open view about it. Especially,
Hmm.
everybody watches porn. Everyone watches corn. So, you know, regardless of who you are, you can't really, judge it. Because again,
Yeah.
I do keep it separate from my social life, so it you know, doesn't affect it. But that's again just, my personal boundary, my personal, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people they do like to include it in their social life. They're very open about it. They're very, me and my
Mhm.
boyfriend do this and this for, spend this large amount of money to make, this 5-hour video or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Do you want that to happen for you one day, or do you kind of always want it from being a part of your social life? Do you want it to be always far away from that?
If my partner if my partner uh wants to, make it a big production, we could go for it. Absolutely. But as of right now, uh, me and him are more comfortable keeping it small. For both the when it includes both of us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. All right. We can we can end that there. So,
Okay.
Adrian, what what's it called? What uh, what would you like to shout out, or would you like to promote anything? In the description, I can link it, or no?
Sure. You could if you would like, you could shout out my Instagram and my Twitter.
All right, your Instagram and your Twitter. All right, so that's good, and just let me know how you feel about Adrian in the comments below. Don't be mean. All right. So far, you guys haven't said anything mean about anyone, but just let you know. Let me know if you'd like to hear from them again. You know, I sure do. All right. And thanks for listening to this podcast. And you'll see me next week Monday, and I'll be talking to someone else about something else. So yeah, hopefully you like this episode, and yeah, you'll see me next week. All right. Bye.